Hello, hello. How you doing? This is Reality with Diva D. New name, same old G. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be my episode recap of Sistas Season 7, Episode 7. We're going to get right on into it because this episode was all over the place for me. It was some elements that were good, and then there was some elements that I was like, what the okay? But that's what happens down to the side of Period Land. New writers. I have told you guys about the continuity errors. We got to get better with that. Now, my suggestion is either you go ahead and look at some of these recap on my channel, so I can tell y'all what happened in previous seasons. Or run down there to your nearest cable station and watch the shows. Did you watch this damn show before y'all start writing for it? Do y'all know these characters? For real? But anyway, let me get right on into this episode. So the episode opens up, we still down to the Hank and the P-Nail and the doggone Gary party. Am I leaving somebody out? Yes, I am. Hot-tailed ass Tamara. So Gary and Tamara are still kissing. Yum, 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 yum. Just yucking it up. And then Hank walks in and they jump apart, right? But P-Nail is nowhere to be found. Where is P-Nail? She's having labor pains. But she's still in the bathroom. What kind of freaking knucklebull it is this? But anyway, Gary is so when P-Nail finally comes out, I guess she's okay and the baby's okay because this is a 53-month pregnancy. And so, well, you're supposed to go 40 weeks. So I received the call, so I'm not sure if I got to the point where they started dissing each other because Gary was dissing Tam to Hayden. And, well, P-Nail finally emerges from the bathroom. And then, so I'm just wondering why Gary, Hayden don't understand that Gary is probably attracted to anytime. Okay, now this is how I am. And, I mean, I'm a distrustful Scorpio. So anytime one of my friends is kind of distrustful of my dude and they don't really know them like that, I'm like, okay, my antennas up. Do you like him? Are you attracted to him? Or something like that. So the way Gary disses Tamara to Gary, I would have my antennas up. I'm like, man, you don't really know her like that. So, but you do know she is, out there in the streets because you the one found out, but do you know her like that to be dissing her to me all the time? What's up with that? Now Gary continues to play family man, and he tells P-Nail, says that she's gonna go ahead and leave, and then Tam hops her grown tail up and goes to the kitchen and finally takes the place out because she just can't stand looking at Gary because her parents can't stay, my honey. So I don't even know what she see in the powder head, but that's neither here nor there, child. This is Tyler Perry land. But so P-Nail says, will they gonna graciously leave, and they finally leave, but Gary is strongly on Tam's mind. Move right along. So we go to the little restaurant or whatever, and there's Sabrina and Rich, and they're talking, and Sabrina is receiving a charm bracelet. This girl acted like that charm bracelet was shooting diamonds and gold out of it, but it was just as simple and plain as it could be. I was like, oh my goodness, Sexy Rich, you could have done better than that. But he didn't do any better. It was a mess. But anyway, so the little dude comes out, and, he's ready to blow out the candle, but, she's no longer in the mood because they've been talking about the fertility journey that she's on and the eggs, and why they choose this moment to do that, I have no idea. But, she lets him know that the egg is about to be frozen and where is his position in this and will he be able to, be with her knowing that, she was about to have a child that wasn't his. Because, it's pretty clear that she knew not to ask him for no sperm child. Right, because he don't want any kid. And so when dude comes out with the little cake or whatever, she's just like out of the mood. She barely blows it out. And I've told you how I feel about this. I'm not gonna go into that again. If you see my other review, go back. My other recap. Go back and check those because I have clearly stated that this is the wrong road. Wrong road. Moving right along. Like I said, it's real good elements in this show. So in this episode, so you want to get right on into the other things that's going on in here. Okay, so Fatima tells Andy what's going on in the block down to the law office where it's Hood Ratchet, the Hood Ratchet Law Office. That's what I'm gonna start calling. Not the Leland, Beelan. I'm gonna call it the Hood Ratchet Law Office. Down to the Hood Ratchet Law Office. The officers are buzz. Buzz. What are they talking about? Oh, nasty joy. And so Andy is looking confused, like, what in the world is talking about the blogs? I don't do the blogs. I'm above the blogs. I'm a lawyer. And she's like, you better start doing the blogs, girl, because your man is all up in the blogs. We talking about New Jordan, not old Jordan. New Jordan is the guy who's actually, switched down real. Shout out to riding a divorce in real life, and it's very hard for him to act like he's not. There's absolutely no chemistry between these two characters. They should have done a better job vetting these characters. And then once I saw Maurice's lover in the next scene with Maurice, I realized it should have been, if, I'm not sure if he's a homosexual or not, but it should have been him who was cast in the role of Jordan, because I think Jordan would have been more comfortable playing in the role as a gay man. That's just my opinion. I can have my opinion. This is what this is about, my opinion. Everything is a lesson in my opinion, right? So, because that guy seems like he could, even if he was gay in real life, he seems like he would better be able to transition into being with a woman on the show. In my opinion. It's my opinion. So they talk about it, and she's telling her that, she's surprised, and then, she finds out that not only is she's supposed to be, it's a scandal afoot, the lady is also white and supposed to be younger. And then Fatima asks her, has he shown interest in young girls around you? Does he look at young porn? And it's like, oh God, girl, this is new. I don't think I've ever seen porn with him. I mean, we're not there yet. But you screwing on a regular basis, but y'all don't know each other well enough to view porn? And underage porn at that, should y'all be looking at that anyway? I mean, ain't that illegal or something? So, Fatima, well, they wrote that for Fatima, and I probably wouldn't have asked that because I would have been thinking, hey, writers, let me put my little 2 cents in. This is making it seem like that me and Zach around here looking at teenage porn. Can I say that? Dog, I should have said P-O-R-N. I'm just telling you, sometimes I'll be like, okay, what can we say? Okay. But anyway, like I said, I'm on my way to monetization. So, I know I have to be careful now. So, I'm trying to think, but I'm talking as I normally talk. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do on this channel, react a little tea with DVD. We're going to talk like we friends, like we've been knowing each other a long time ago days. Okay. But anyway, so I'm like questioning why is she asking this line of questioning. And, and it really can't take it very much longer. And so the secretary comes in and she lets her know that Jordan has just been ringing her phone up, just blowing up her phone. And of course, Annie doesn't know that, he's probably started out calling her cell phone, but guess what? Her phone is over there. So you know him enough for your phone to be over there, but you don't know him enough to watch adult adult pee with him. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention before that Sabrina did ask Jordan, would he be able to go the distance if she does have this baby, if they stay in a relationship. And this man has the weirdest look on his face. Red flag, red flag, red flag. And this is also a red flag. My phone continues to ring. For some reason, my phone is blowing up with spam calls. Driving me cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs. So, after the conversation between Fatima and Andy, and Andy is trying to surmise in her mind, could this thing be true? And it may not be. Think about it. This man is in the public eye now, and what you do know of him, it doesn't seem like right that he would be interested in younger white women. He's actually with you. And so you have to kind of put it in your mind that, this may or may not be true, but is at least give him the opportunity to say his piece, okay? And definitely Fatima agrees with me on that. I mean, that's how I would be. I mean, I wouldn't, because my mind is automatically suspicious from working at DHS. I probably would just be like, because I always side with the victim in those type of instances. But this is a show, right? So if it was my dude, I would probably give my dude the opportunity to tell me what's going on. And, I wouldn't ignore evidence like P. Nail with Scare Gary over there. Shout out to Misha. Anyway. Yes, she started saying that, I believe. So back at the shop. We're back at the shop, and Karen walks in, and again, Pam is doing her thing. She's on the internet and not working. Would y'all please let me see Karen do one head? Just one. One head. Now, it is an old wives' tale. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that pregnant women make hair come out. You ever heard of that? I ain't no telling how many pregnant women did my hair, so I don't know. Well, I mean, I might not know they were pregnant, but, that could happen too. And so, Pam, girl, have you seen the news, girl? Yes, your girl is over there. And yeah, I mean, they say that. And this no boo is out there messing with young girls. And it's a scandal, girl. What? Not Jordan. Oh, yeah, Jordan, girl. Oh, let me call Andy, because we need to have a meeting, us and the rest of the girls, and we're going to talk this thing out. We got to go over there for support. Then finally we go to the unbusy airport where Tony and Danny are very unprofessional, and Tony is holding up the line when Danny is supposed to be at work, but he decides he wants to talk about his children. So he goes up to her and says, okay, look, like, if this thing is going to work, you need to understand that my kids are a package deal with me. And then she said, package deal. Okay, well, unfollow, unsubscribe, delete. Because you probably should have told me that you were going to be raising your children when we started dating. And he said, I didn't know, Danny, my ex-wife has been deployed. And so she asked me to keep the kids while she's overseas. Okay. What about that you don't understand, Danny Pants? You knew the man had kids. What did you want them to do? Did you not even want them to visit on the weekends? Or, I'm pretty sure they have some type of split custody arrangement. Did you expect to never be around his kids? Girl, bye. Bye, Daniela. And I never called Danny Daniela, but bye, girl. That really perturbed me. And well, she hadn't ever dated a man with kids before, but she's being very insensitive. Okay, so back at the bank, where nothing is ever going on. But for some reason, Paige is always off up in Sabrina's drawer. Girl, you better start locking your drawer. I told you that last season how that doggone supervisor man used to go into my drawers and set my folders up when I was caseworker and take pages out of my folders and then pretend like they weren't in there so she can give me a different rating than I was supposed to have when it was time for evaluation. Yeah, she was that motherfucking dirty. So lock your drawer, girl. And so she's like, Fatima, your drawer is always like short, okay? And it's like, this time it's like $20,000 short. You need to recount your drawer. You don't tell me what to do, Helper. You ain't my boss. Count the drawer yourself. I'm about to go take a phone call. It's about time, Sabrina. You got some balls about yourself, girl. Or should I say vagina? Because balls are weak. Yeah, I mean, that's what we should say because we equivocate weakness to women, right? But do y'all remember that episode of, what was it? I'm going to get it. Not Family Guy, but the other one. Anyway, it was an episode on there about these, Bobby. His name was Bobby. The little kid's name was Bobby. And, I'm saying in my head just like yesterday. But it was this kid named Bobby on there, and his mother was going to self-defense class. This is quite possibly the funniest episode I ever seen of that show. King of the Hill. That's the name of it. And give me my purse, right? So all the boys that was picking on him, he would, give him a little swift kick in the nutsack. And child, they would go down, right? Give me my purse. He would say that before. But then, his mama had, he had started taking advantage of it. And so his mama came down and he tried to do it to her and say, give me my purse. And that shows you how strong that vagina is, right? So should we be equivocating weakness to women? Because, you could take a man down doing that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. She goes take a phone call and she talks to the fertility specialist. Back to the show. She talked to the fertility specialist, and the fertility specialist is asking her what route does she want to take. Does she want to take the route of just freezing her eggs and, going to a sperm bank? Well, I do have a boyfriend, but he doesn't want any kids. So I think I am going to have to take the route of freezing my eggs. Girl, sure will. And don't try to include sexy rich in this process. Move right along. And they can't stop thinking about the headlines. Fatima said, well, we really don't know if it's true or not. And then we find out that Jordan is continuously calling. So Fatima is getting embarrassed because of what do we hear? Fatima! Come on in, my baby. Oh, baby. Fatima, baby. Zach is at her professional law office firm yelling out her name. Anyway, she goes to find out what he wants, and he lets her know that he knows that she is in law school, and I'm sorry that she was accepted. He has flowers for her, and then he had her law school acceptance letter framed. Now, see, that's the kind of stuff that melts my heart about Zach. But Zach coming with the baggage. And Fatima is almost breaking behind it because she has a tendency to withdraw, and she's about to go down to that Danny road, okay? I guess that's why they get along so well. But in my opinion, she should maybe just take a step back, take some deep breaths. I know he's coming with the baggage, and she's doing a lot of hovering, a lot of mothering. But it's time for her to let Zach be a grown-ass man, and come into this relationship accepting what he brings to the table, but doing her own thing as well. Okay, that's how I see it. She needs to take a step back, go ahead and go to law school, do her thing. And he's really supportive of her, but he don't know how to be supportive because his whole situation is completely selfish because he has so much other stuff going on and he's pulling her into it. She doesn't have time to breathe and take in the moment of celebrating what's going on with her. That's just how I see it. Okay, so Annie comes in and she's, I've got to go. Oh no, I've got to go at this moment because, I can't handle this. So she runs into none other than New Joint out in the parking lot. And New Joint is telling her, I am innocent. I don't know this chick. And, she could tell, she should be able to tell by looking at his eye that he may be telling the truth. I'm not saying that he is, but he may be. So sister girl, just let him talk, let him express himself and let him get it out. And he's like, well, police believe me. And she's like, they believe you saw the police without having an attorney? And she was like, yeah, I did. Okay, they believe me. And at that point, you should say to yourself, maybe, just maybe, that this may be a setup. But at no point in time does this lawyer who sends out investigators all the time to, catch men cheating. That's exactly how Jasmine caught Gary cheating with you. Just send out a PI on him. The one that works for the firm, as a matter of fact, you might get a discount. So, back at the unprofessional airport, Danny goes to talk to Tony. And she lets him know that she's going to apologize, that she apologized, and that she's never been with a man with kids. So now it's time for her to take a step back and, try to look at things from his perspective and try to make this thing work because she really does want to be with him. And Tony said, oh, babe. Now, this was cute. Now, I give Tony Macaroni belong to Tony a hard time because he came to her with that black van. But being that they bonded in that moment, it's giving me a little, melting my little heart a little for Tony Macaroni. Phone belong to Tony. Okay. So he tells her that he wants to be with her too, and he accepts her apology, and he's like, "Oh, babe, I think the therapy is working." Then she said, "Oh, don't forget that you are the one who recommended." I did. It's like, don't get too full of yourself, Danny can't let him bask in his own glory for too long. So Maurice called Sabrina, but right in the midst of the call, it's the dude, okay? The dude that should really be and this old boy, in my opinion. So he comes in and he's like, he overhears Maurice said he's done. I'm done with love. And he's like, well, if you're done with love, are you sure you want to be in this thing with me? And then he's like, well, it is what it is. I've had some pretty bad experiences, and I, want to go out and I want to date you, but my experience is kind of blocking my whole ability to move past certain things. And he said, well, I want to be in it. You're not all the way in it. Just let me know. And he said he wanted to take Maurice out on a date, and he rescinds his date. Oh, man. When I tell you that all the new people have all these red flags, I thought that bringing in these new people and these new dudes and these decent dudes or whatever, that they were going to be more, I guess less red flaggish, if that makes sense. But anyway, and after that, Tam gets a call from Gary. Her panties are already steaming and whatnot because of the kiss. I don't know what kind of kisses that powder head may have, but honey, it keeps her panties steaming. And she said, how did you get my number? She looks like she's about to start giving herself some masturbation. Talking to Gary, I know you want me, he says. I know you can't stop thinking about me. But when you and old Hayden get to doing what y'all do, you need to think about me. And she hung up the phone real fast, and then she calls Hayden it down, and Hayden only has on a towel. Now, they just got through capitulating, but because she's so hot in the panties, she can't take it no more. She wants more. So she, makes love to her hubby figure, because I'm not sure if they still married, and while thinking about Gary. This cannot work out good. At Andy's, the girls get together. So they talk about what's going on with Jordan, and then Karen said, well, Jordan may just be innocent. They say, strangely, that's what Fatima said. Don't ever tell that girl what Fatima said. Now she gonna get her pregnant panties in a bunch when you do that. And then Jordan finally reaches Andy again. She answered the phone, and he told her that they need to talk in person. And he said, I know you need to understand I am innocent. We know that the police believe me. You have to believe me. I need your support. And Andy don't want to be Vanessa Bryan. Remember when Kobe got caught cheating? And she stuck beside her man. Andy don't want to really be there. She don't want that scandal on her because Andy trying to make partner. And so she told him she would call him back because the sister was over there. So then, in a dramatic scene, Karen goes over to Fatima and Zach's. Boo, 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 boo. What is it? Hi, Zach. I decided I was going to go get me a paternity test. What's up? What is it? What you want? What you want me to do? Well, all you have to do is provide a little saliva when they have to go through my stomach and pull out amniotic fluid. I guess you and your old girl are happy now. The appointment said 12 o'clock, and don't bring her. So Fatima overhears, and she said, oh, am I being summoned? Boo, what's up? Fatima's, ready with the smoke. And she's like I said, don't bring her. And Fatima said, if I want to go, I will. I'm not the one you need to worry about. I thought at that moment that Fatima was going to tell her about Danny agreeing with them. But when is that going to go down? But anyway, Fatima, Zach says, wait a minute, I thought y'all were cool. She brought the clothes over here and all that type of stuff. And then Fatima said, it seemed like she want that smoke right now, though. I know she brought the clothes, but you know how she is. And then she said, I am, now what? This girl trying to jump stupid 44. Now I'm about to say 44 months pregnant. 72 months pregnant. She wants the smoke. She been pregnant since season 2, by the way. Well, or 3. And so she was like, she don't want no smoke with me. And then Fatima said, Zach separates him like he always has to do. Fatima goes upstairs, and then he talks to Karen and says, come on. I'll be there on time. Just don't bring your bitch. Okay? And then she drives off. Okay? So when she leaves, I guess it becomes 12 o'clock. And because, finally the next day comes around, and baby, she goes down to the doctor's office. And down there to the doctor's office, what occurs as they doing the ultrasound is 2 babies on the screen. So, I see where we're going with this. So all this time, nobody wanted Zach to be the pappy. I'm thinking that they're going to pull the guiding light and make it a 2-father situation. It would be interesting, in my opinion, but I think a lot of people on Twitter and other social media platforms, I think we're really burnt out on this pregnancy, and we just didn't want it to be any more drama with that. So it's coming across like you throwing, it against the wall to see if it'll stick. And the burnout is real. And I've only been reviewing this show since season 6. So, yeah, the burnout is real. So, we want them to hurry up and wrap up the story, but this is not the road we want to take, because so many people are rooting for Fatima and Zach that nobody wanted it to be a Zach and another baby with baby drama stuff. Because even if this is a 2-parent situation, it's gonna be even more drama, because that's gonna bring the preacher man back in the picture, or even that other dude that she was sleeping with that everybody keep bringing up that I forgot about, named Rico. And that's on social media though. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this phenomenon is rare. It is rare, but it's more common than you think. Because, especially with sex workers. Should I have said ex workers put an S in front of them? Can I say X? I don't know. Okay, so if the video is not monetized, when I get monetized, it is what it is. I'm just gonna say it, because we grown here, okay? And plus, I put my video, no, not for kids. If you are within the window of ovulation, and sex workers have many men during their job, right? So when they do that, it's not like they taking breaks between. So if one egg already is fertilized, I'm telling you how this works, then you introduce more sperm and the egg splits, another egg can be fertilized. And I'm not talking about an egg that splits within the same sac. I'm talking about 2 separate eggs. Because when you ovulate, contrary to popular belief, more than one egg can be released. Okay. And fraternal twins are just like me and my sister, only born at the same time. Fraternal twins are not in the same set. So, yes, they can have 2 different fathers. And yes, I had several cases from ex-workers, put an S in front of, at DHS. As a matter of fact, I know for sure one of my cases didn't have separate fathers, because one twin was black and one twin was white. Well, mixed. And one twin was white. Completely. So, I can just shut that down right now, saying that y'all saying it's unrealistic. It can happen. All right. So, that's going to end my recap. Season 7, episode 7 of Sistas. Come on in, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button for when I upload videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you want to. Just let me know you're there, okay? And with that, I'm going to close. As I do, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces, reality with DVD. Oh, by the way, I got distracted from the phone calls that I had been receiving on Sistas. Let me add to that before I close, because I already had closed, but I'm going back in and adding what I've got. Sabrina, after she talks to Maurice down to the bank. Also on Sisters, before I close, I forgot to mention that Sabrina talked to Karen about a bank loan. She came in, she was dropping all her problems on Sabrina's lap, and Sabrina was, already distracted because she's thinking about her egg retrieval thing. And Karen says, well, I got your back. And then Sabrina said, I got yours too. I love you, but your loan was denied, girl. She said like that. She had a lot of compassion. Then she said, I'm gonna make it. Then she said, you show up, I can give you the check that Andy gave me for my egg retreat. No, I figured it out. And that is gonna close. If I forgot anything else, I'm not adding it. We gonna wrap all this up with sisters unlike them, okay? Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell and share the video.